This is Mark Washington with your Ryder Cup Preview. We have to start off with the negative here, where Europe has won 7 out of the last 9, including a big-time 17.5 to 10.5 point win the last time out. The U.S. certainly is going to need a better performance this time around. So this time around, they'll be playing at Whistling Straits, which is supposed to be an advantage for the U.S. because it is a long course. They have cut the rough down. That way, U.S. players can really go for it without having to deal with a punitive rough. It's all part of being the one who gets to host the event. You know, that's something the President's Cup doesn't do. The home team in the President's Cup doesn't get to set the course up, but here at the Ryder Cup, they do. So we're kind of looking at the keys for the U.S., and it's hard not to start with DeChambeau and Koepka, but not for that reason. We're not talking about all the off-the-course drama. We're talking about what they need to do on the course. There are times where DeChambeau can get into his own way. He starts to, play slow. He starts to overthink at times, and then if he gets put on the clock, that makes it even worse. I mean, I don't know what's worse, hearing him get put on the clock and him complain, or fire ants or something. But the U.S. cannot afford anything to distract DeChambeau. For Koepka, it's plain and simple. How much does he care? And how much has he healed from his injuries that he's had all year? Those two are keys. Now, Koepka might not play, but maybe 3 sessions. I wouldn't expect for him to play more than 3. DeChambeau, I believe Steve Sands from the Golf Channel suggested that DeChambeau should play all 5. I don't know if he'll play all 5. He probably will play 4 out of 5. But Koepka, I see him playing 3 sessions, if not 2, but probably 3. Now, one of the things I do love about this team is there is some new blood. There's some rookies on this team, and I think the U.S. needed it. Would I like to see Patrick Reed here? I'm probably one of the few that would answer yes, but I also understand why he's not here, why he wasn't a captain's pick. He really did have to qualify. But, Colin Morikawa and Scotty Scheffler, Harris English, and Daniel Berger, those are the 4 rookies on here that I feel like need to make a solid impact, especially Daniel Berger, because he's going to bring this level of intensity to this team that this team probably needs some of. He's going to get the crowd pumped up. He's just going to be just like a dog out there, and the U.S. could always use a player like that, and Daniel Berger should serve that purpose. Scotty Scheffler, he's been very good, and he should be used to like the match play settings, simply because of he's not that far removed from college. Harris English has had a bounce back year, and I love Morikawa. I think he's already one of the better players on tour. So when it comes down to it, the other factors, and probably the 2 biggest factors coming in, is we got to get off to a fast start. And yes, I used the universal week for the U.S. They got to get off to the fast start. You can't mail away those 2 days and go into Sunday singles down by 5 points. Those days are over. The whole, we'll just catch them on Sunday because we'll dominate the singles. Those days have been over. They've been over for a while. And so the U.S. need to get off to a solid start. And obviously they need to putt the ball. I don't care what the course layout is. Ryder Cup, President's Cup, Solheim Cup. If you do not putt the ball, you can hit it 1,000,000 yards and lose in this competition by 6 or 7 points. Because the pressure that's on with the Ryder Cup, the format and everything else, man, I'm telling you, the U.S. needs to putt the ball. So, again, 2 big of the keys. Get off to a fast start and putt the ball well. And that will make Sunday singles more significant, because now if you go into Sunday singles down 2 points or 1 point or half a point, that's different than going down Sunday singles 4 and 5 and 6 points. And the putting, obviously you can't stress enough. If you watch the Solheim Cup, putting doomed the U.S. team against the Europeans in the Solheim Cup. In the Ryder Cup, it's going to be no different. If the U.S. doesn't putt the ball, they're going to be doomed. No predictions here for this event. I usually do like to give predictions. No predictions here. I know the U.S. is roughly about -200 favorite. They're favorites every event. no matter how much the Europeans have dominated lately. I would just say enjoy the golf, It's in the U.S., so it's very time friendly. But again, Marcus Washington from Making the Cut with your Ryder Cup preview.